Cheers and enjoy the show. Welcome to The Bar's Open with Beth and Greg. Cheers and enjoy the show. Welcome to The Bar's Open with Beth and Greg.
Here we go. Let's do this.
Let's do it. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, boom, boom, boom.
You fucking nailed it.
It's pretty good.
You nailed
Huh.
it. Good Lord. Welcome to The Bar's Open with Beth and Greg. I'm Greg, and that's MC Beth Hammer time.
Oh, what was my DJ name? DJ. I don't remember either. It was very
years
short
ago.
lived. No, it was like last year.
Okay, that was years ago.
Cheers, by the way.
Cheers. When you drink beers for a podcast work living,
You forget stuff?
you forget stuff. Like there is shit that I'll talk about tonight that tomorrow morning I probably won't remember.
Sup, friends?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just part of life.
Listen, it happens to me now. It's not even drinking that causes it. I'm like, wait, what? I don't remember what I said.
It's fucking
Can I hold
old
me
age.
accountable? Exactly.
Old age. You guys, how are all of you
Happy
doing?
Friday.
Hope you guys are doing well. It's fucking Friday. It's fuck it Friday. Beth's every day is fuck it Friday for Beth now. Fuck yeah. She signed her release form,
My severance
the
form.
severance form
Yeah.
this afternoon. She's like, "Can I sign this? I'm nervous." Like that's permanent. That's official.
That's a mark. What is it? That'll be a permanent mark on your file.
It's good though. I came home. I was just telling the story here a second ago. I was talking to somebody at work today, and
Came home yesterday.
yeah, I was talking to somebody at work today about coming home last night. Got pulled in the driveway, 4:35 ish,
Yeah.
and Beth's out front with Molly, one of our neighbors. She's retired as well. Drinking celebratory. What were those? 1756.
Something
Kind of like a
76.
mimosa.
No, not really, because it has alcohol in it besides just champagne.
This is what it is. It's gin
Or
lime,
vodka. Last
gin
night was vodka.
or vodka. No, it was gin because
Nope.
gin's on the table.
No, the ones that was what Ian was drinking
Damn
after
it.
those drinks were gone.
Okay. So she's out there drinking
It's gin, simple syrup, lemon juice, and champagne.
and that's what they're sipping on when I pull in. Like,
I mean, if you're gonna blame somebody,
yeah.
it's not me you blame.
Jessica, what's happening? Spring break. It turned into us sitting out there drinking till
9:30 at night,
on a work night.
ordering Chinese food. It was fun though.
Good times.
It was
Fuck
fun.
yeah.
It was a good time.
Hell yeah. I'm not complaining about it.
And yet
I'm
I
just
still got
saying.
up and went to the gym
Oh,
9:30.
fucking Beth texts me. You know, when you go to the gym, you get the lead sled where you're sitting down and you're like doing
Also
leg
called the leg
presses.
press.
Leg press.
Yeah. I think it's a leg press.
What'd you push?
510.
510 pounds for 10 reps, Beth's crushing.
So I did
God damn.
300.
Quadzilla
I did
over
300 pounds 20 times. I was like, you're.
You're not going to be able to sit down to pee.
Oh no, it's gonna suck balls.
Everybody knows the 2-day rule when you're working out, right? It's that.
Yeah, tomorrow and Saturday. I mean, Saturday and Sunday are absolutely gonna suck for my quads.
Yeah. When you like 2 days later, when you go to sit down and go to the bathroom,
And then I
relieve
did
yourself,
incline press. Oh, I also did the sled
and
thing.
you fucking get stuck on the toilet because your
Ugh.
thighs can't.
Well, it also sounds like you break something because you kind of fall those last 4 inches. You just go boom because you're like, I can't do it.
Dunk.
Yeah, it's like clink, clink.
You
Everything's
need
fine.
more control. Happy Friday. Alex.
Happy Friday.
Right? Damn,
Yeah.
Beth. She's fucking crushing it at the gym. few times a week.
Yeah.
That's your job now.
So I'm sticking with the 9:30 for at least one of the workouts because it was quite nice.
Get it knocked out.
I wasn't hungry. I mean, I wasn't tired yet from like I wasn't distracted.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to go, "Gah, I don't really want to do this. So I just
It's 5 o'clock.
So we're gonna do 9:30 on Monday. I'm still at 10 right now, or 10 I think on Friday.
That's reasonable.
But I said let me see how this MMA class goes first before we decide to move it to 9:30 on a Friday.
That's fair.
Yeah, I would prefer to have it 9:30 Monday and Wednesdays, but he's busy on Wednesdays.
That's all right. That's all right. We'll jump into some stuff here. First foremost, go out and like, subscribe to the podcast. Hit the thumbs up real quick. Remember that little hamburger is what Beth calls it?
Yeah.
The
Upper
lines,
right.
all comments. You can see
CPG.
all the
My girl.
comments everybody puts in there, so it doesn't prioritize only to the top. Whatever the fucking comments are. And
So I went and watched Just Greg. It was
Yeah.
very sweet, honey. So thank you.
Oh,
It
thanks.
did make me tear up a couple
Good.
times.
That's the whole point.
But what was funny afterwards is when beforehand, when I was looking on it, I came across the time when Jess was here and she was on the show.
Oh, really?
I thought it was really funny. I was like, oh, look.
Did you watch some of it?
For about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I had a mission. I was trying to find your thing, but
Jess is a good guest.
it was fun.
Jess is a good house guest, too.
She really was.
She cleans up after herself.
Cleans up after. She's not sitting there farting on my couch.
Which we've had.
And when she's in her room, she's like the perfect
Little
roommate.
angel.
She's a perfect roommate. She's like,
Jess, you're just an angel.
still got your damn shoes.
Yeah, we do. So you have to come back and get them. Fuck it.
Yeah, they're hostage now, right?
Yeah, at this point, it's been like a fucking year.
No, July will be a year.
Okay, kind of
Because
close.
remember, she was here for 4th of July and we had people over.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. So go out. Check out Fox News Maine. Go out and follow Eric Tanzi and all his fun stuff on iTunes and Spotify. And then also out on Instagram. He's got some commercials that he's putting out for his.
Yeah, I heard you paying it like 50 times. I thought
So
I was going to murder you.
I had to record it. I was recording it, and we're gonna play it right now.
Oh.
So his book is coming out in August, I believe, but he's doing a big ass push of like just dropping content about the book, which is great because he's worked on that book for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't want to say it got shelved, but it just took a long time to really get picked
It
up.
took some work.
And Nick Palmisano helped him write it and edit it and do all the final things. So he just released, put your headphones in. He just released this. He's got 2 commercials that he's dropped. Right. But this one
Was
is
the
my
one you
favorite.
liked?
Yeah. CPG Fangirl said, y'all are going to have to start hosting events so your fan base can meet.
I think that would be fun.
Fuck yeah, we can do something like that. Oh yeah, everybody flies in. We fucking drink beers.
I don't know where they're gonna sleep.
Oh no. They can get hotels.
There's hotels around here, right?
La Quinta right down the road.
I don't know if you can do this, but
Too loud?
Can you turn me down?
No.
Or the volume in my
But
mic?
I can turn it down.
There. Okay, thank you.
Is that better?
Yes.
All right. All right, you ready? Let's watch Eric's commercial.
Officer Chains with the Raleigh Police Department. Reason I pulled you over today is you were going 95 and 35. Any reason why you're going so fast today there, Speed Racer?
Look, I wasn't speeding. When's the last time you calibrated that thing?
I actually calibrated it there last week.
Look, I'm traveling, not driving. This is private property, not a motor vehicle.
All right, let's see what this is. Tell you what, you got an ID on you there, sir?
ID? I don't need to show you an ID unless I'm under arrest. Am I under arrest?
No, you're not under arrest.
Look, am I being detained or am I free to go?
No.
Am I being detained or am I free to go, sir?
You know what, sir? The real reason I pulled you over today is I wanted to give you this. A free copy of my book.
But you're a cop.
Exactly. Look, you don't know me, and I don't know you, and you don't know the shit I've been through. You wanna know what it's really like out here on these mean streets?
Yeah?
It's all right here in this book. Hell, I'll even sign it for you.
Wait, so you're not giving me a ticket?
I'm offering you the opportunity of an autographed copy of Pigland, a seriously funny true story.
Seriously funny true story.
What is your name?
Roger. Roger Barrows.
All right, Mr. Barrows. You have a great day.
Side effects for Troy.
Son of a bitch.
Put a ticket in it. Yeah, so go out.
It had a ticket in it?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Go out and if you can afford it, whatever. It's like probably, I think it's $20. I don't remember what it was. But you guys can go out and check it out. Go out to Eric Tanzi and go out to Amazon. You can pre-order it, all sorts of different places. So Pig Latin, a seriously funny true story. So check that out. It's fucking hilarious. So awesome. What are you doing over there?
I have to remember in 15 minutes to start a 1-hour timer for the food in the,
that's gonna be
in the oven.
Can't you just start an hour and 15-minute timer?
Oh, you're so smart.
Jesus Christ. Were you setting 2 timers?
I was setting a reminder to set a timer.
Oh, so our dinner can start. So we aren't eating at 11 o'clock and having crackers for dinner like we did the other night.
I blame that on you.
Well, no, I blame that on Road.
1 hour.
Roadcaster. I don't
15
know, dude.
minutes.
Fuck yeah, dude. So pizza, beer, you guys come down, whatever, hang out. We'll fucking set it up. I'll get a block of rooms around the corner. There's a bar we could probably do it, but we could do the podcast from here. I could set up a whole shit ton of chairs, right? There's plenty of room. Jess has been here. Or we go down to the
You might
bar.
have to take times in the pool.
What's
'cause
that?
They might have to take turns going into the pool.
Well, the pool's not huge, but it's a fucking pool.
I know, but they can't pull a Peter and stay in there for an hour and a half, is what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
Other people want to be in it. Like if there's a bunch of people, they're
Let's get a bunch of fucking floaties.
they have to rotate. So run into each other?
Who cares?
Just say okay and be quiet.
Okay, whatever you're talking about. Not like it's a fucking tiny kiddie pool out back. It's a decent sized pool.
Yeah, but 20 people is way too many people to have in that pool.
We could figure it out. You know what we could do? Like,
Or a camping weekend, Allison said.
was it Peter and I? I don't remember.
That
When
what?
we got it, we started running around in a
Oh,
circle.
no, it was Travis, you, and Peter.
Was it Travis? Okay, the 3 of us.
Yeah.
And you get that motherfucker ripping and rolling. The shit was splashing out. We could do that with 20 people. Dude, that just makes
Somebody's
you make
just
a
going to end
homemade
up cramming their weenie in someone's butt crack.
You just make a homemade lazy river at that point. Just fucking going down the drain. It's fun. I'm gonna do it.
That
Peter
pool's-
asked me already earlier. He's like, "Can we go in the pool?"
I was wondering today. I was like, Peter's going to go in the pool and he hasn't touched the water yet.
Yep. We'll go into the pool this weekend.
You better get up early and take that water over to the pool people.
Oh no, it's just the water's clear. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but
and it's
you've got to check
chlorinated.
the alkaline and all that shit.
Yeah, but that takes like days.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Remember, I had to pour all that shit. Anyway, we
Anyways.
don't need to get into science, Greg, about this.
Anyways, whirlpool, MC said.
Whirlpool. Yeah. All right, let's jump into some stories.
Scared. I'm scared
You're scared
of my first sip. I'm scared.
of what? Oh,
Of
because
this.
you sat up and drank fucking mimosas all last night.
I didn't drink mimosas all night long. I started with 2 of those. Then I went to something else.
Topo Chicos.
Topo Chicos.
A case of them. She had like 12.
Don't make this a house of lies.
You need your headphones again. So this video is a little bit longer,
That was
but the point of it is we're going to go on a discussion about
oh yes.
what happens when you get shitty service at a restaurant.
Okay.
You and I eat out quite a bit. Like
They're not
you-
quite about.
couple
Couple times a week.
couple times a week, at least
Usually
on
on
the weekends.
just on the weekends.
Yeah, weekends, weekdays were pretty good. But you eat out enough, and you eat it like we eat anywhere from like Chili's to like going to like or not to Perry's, like nice
Yeah,
higher
we-
end places.
Rarely.
Not
Special
I know,
occasions.
but it's like kind of in between and stuff like that. So this person was at let me pull up the story real quick. My bad. This woman was eating at a Hard Rock diner. So like think Hard Rock.
Hard Rock Cafe. It's
Hard Rock
basically
Cafe.
Chili's.
Yeah, but it's the diner, right? And they refused to leave a tip because of this. You ready? All right, let's go.
I went to dinner with my parents last
That's
night.
as
We
loud
did
as I
not
can
tip
make
our
audio.
server, and I want to know what you would have done in our situation. The first time our server came over, we got waters. Then when she came back with those, 5 minutes later, my mom and I ordered espresso martinis. Then we ordered our food as well. I see this steak salad on the menu. I'm like, delicious. I want it. I'll get it. My mom sees these chicken fajitas. She's like, wow, that's a ton of food. My dad's like, yum, I'll split that with you. They say to our server, wow, that's a ton of food. Is that enough for
plate
both
is
of us?
full.
She says, yes, definitely. It's a ton
In
of
the
food.
picture.
Like, you're good. So they order that. At this same time, my dad also orders a side Caesar. She comes back over like 20 minutes later and says, oh, your food will be out shortly. My mom and I say, okay, what about our espresso martinis? And you can see the panic on her face, remembering she forgot to bring those in. So she goes back to the bar, punches those in, comes back. She's like, oh, they had to reset the espresso machine, so it'll be out soon. We're like, okay, whatever, you forgot. Food comes out. This was my salad. Yum, delicious, perfect. And this was my parents' ton of food fajita.
There's like
She also never brought my dad Caesar salad. 5-10 minutes later, she brings our espresso martinis. My parents are like, hey, so like this is not what we ordered. You said it would be a ton of food. You said it would be like the picture. This is not like the picture at all. And she's like, oh yeah, like that's what the chicken fajita is. And my parents are like, that's not what you told us. She then goes on to say that this is this chicken and steak combo fajitas. But if you look, that's all chicken. There ain't no steak there. Basically, she's just arguing with us, so my mom asked for the manager. And the first manager is where everything went very south. She comes over and is immediately like talking very loudly, talking over us, not letting us tell her like the story. And she's like, yeah, it's basically like a chip bag where they enlarge everything to make it like seem better. And my parents are like, no, like our server told us that that's what we were getting. So as a manager, I'm not a manager. If I was the manager, I'd be like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm so sorry. She told you the wrong thing. I'm just going to eat the cost of another chicken breast and bring that out for you because that's what you were told you were getting. And just whatever. Shit happens. Who cares? But she's just talking over us, yelling about how we're wrong and what else do we want to order and pay for. And my parents are like, we're not paying $26 for what we got. We also told the first manager we hadn't got our espresso martinis yet, and she said it was because the bar was slammed, but the two bartenders were standing there talking because they had nothing else to be doing. Eventually she says something like, yeah, I hear you, I'm listening. My mom goes, no, you're not, you're talking over. She says, I'm done, I'm going to get the other manager. And I'm acting this out for you. We're going to pretend the other manager's right, like here. So she runs over, she's like jumping up and down, pointing at us, yelling at the other manager about what's going on, and everyone in the bar area is like turning, like, open mouth staring at us, and we're like, what is going on? Also, my dad had still yet to get his Caesar salad after my server said she would go figure that out. So manager 2 waits like 10-15 minutes to come over, so their food has been sitting there, it's cold now. I started eating, and he's like, what more do you want to order? And my parents like, we don't want to order anything else. This is not $26 worth of food. We were promised the picture. Can you bring us another chicken breast? He never offers to do that. He did end up getting my dad Caesar salad, which he had ordered 45 minutes ago at this point in time, and nothing else was done to resolve the situation at all. My parents just ended up not eating the fajitas. It's like 9 p.m. at this point in time, so I ate my salad, they sat there, we watched the UK-UT game, and then we didn't tip. If it wasn't for the rudeness of the first manager, we probably would have given the server a couple dollars, but we didn't because the manager was insane and out of line and should not be managing anything. What would you have done in our situation? Would you have tipped?
Yes.
So you and I, like, you are hard.
I am hard. You know why? Because I waited tables.
Exactly. So I have to like back Beth off sometimes.
Because I'm like,
she'll literally be like, if it takes 5, 6, 7 minutes to get like some waters, like her tip's going down, his tip's going down. Like
the tip meter is beginning to fall.
It's your mom in you. Like, service is everything. It's a service industry.
Is it wrong?
This case is
let me
two
clarify.
different
Let me
things.
clarify. If it is swamped and they are absolutely
Fully
packed,
understand.
then I don't.
Yeah, no, I
But
understand.
if we're like sitting and there's tables all around us, and I'm like,
and there's if a bartender is standing there not doing anything, I'd probably just walk up and be like, hey, can I get my drinks?
Yeah. And
he'd be like, what?
What was it you were waiting for?
But the other side of it is, you're right. It isn't the server's fault, but that server.
A server's just a server, honey.
But they're the waitress or whomever, the waiter.
They're not a.
They're there to make your situation.
You're absolutely right.
Between you sit
but
down.
She just said, yeah,
they
that's
are
the plate you're gonna get.
face of customer service.
Right.
You don't fucking lie and say that's like a bag of chips where you get.
She probably didn't know.
Somebody told her to say that, or that was fucking.
Or
quick.
she just said it. Right? I bet you she just said it.
I'm just saying.
I still would have tipped, and you know me, like I am very
couple
picky.
bucks, something like that. But that plate of food.
They should have at least tipped the amount of the salad and the Caesar salad and the drinks. Tip on that amount. If you don't want to tip on the $26 fajita,
place in China.
Fine, that's fine. Just tip on the other food then.
I'm just saying.
But here's the thing. just shut up and eat what you got because you ended up paying for it anyways and not eating it. So you boycotted, but the only thing you did was leave hungry.
Dude, I'm not paying for that fucking dish of food.
Well, then return it.
There's no fucking way.
Say
I'm paying for
I don't like the way I don't like the way it tastes. Can I order something else?
I would have thrown a rat in it or something. Gone outside, caught a rat, put it in there, and be like, "There's a rat in my food."
That's way too much work.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, I think they should have tipped. Doesn't matter if I'm right, wrong, or indifferent. That is my opinion.
No,
And
that's
I'm
totally
sticking by
fair.
it.
I understand because that hurts the waitress
Right.
that had to sit
The
there and go through
managers
that.
who they were pissed at make
Those
way more money than
managers,
that
yeah.
waitress makes.
Yeah, because they're probably salary.
They're salary.
right?
Or at least hourly.
Yeah,
Not salary.
something like that.
Well,
whatever.
she's
just
maybe
make
a
it
minimum.
$2.16 an hour.
Yeah, whatever they do.
fucking
They make more than that now.
whatever
because
it
whatever.
is, and
But
then live off
this is where
tips.
they make their money.
Mhm.
You know? So
But do you think this chick overreacted?
yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Just by making the video?
yes.
Why?
It's just looking for attention.
Think so?
Yeah. Why else would you put it on fucking social media? You're looking for attention.
Well, yeah. Or you're just trying to share your experience at the Hard Rock.
First of all, you didn't say
It
where.
is
First
the
of all,
Hard Rock too, though. Come on, right?
First of all, you didn't say where, what Hard Rock. You're not really giving any dings to the restaurant other than saying they sucked.
Yeah, I was kind of. I mean, if it's like the Hard Rock Cafe or whatever hotel, is that still place still? I don't even know if that still exists in Vegas. If you're eating there, you're spending $26 on a fucking corn dog, right? I mean, that's just Vegas.
It is expensive.
Right.
You're going there for the name and not the food.
Right. I think. Yeah, I ate at a Hard Rock Cafe one time.
We ate at a Hard Rock Cafe, I think, one time in Vegas, didn't we?
That's what I'm saying. I think we ate there, but there used to be one right across from where you lived in the Biltmore, downtown Phoenix.
There was?
There used to be one years ago.
Oh, it wasn't there
over
when I lived there.
No.
Okay. I
It
thought
was
you were saying, well, I lived there.
This is like 98. When it was the height of the Hard Rock cafes and all of those sorts of things.
Yeah.
With like Sylvester Stallone and all those guys.
Bosco, I agree. Like, if it takes forever for the service, but the reason why they didn't tip was because she specifically said we didn't tip because the managers'
Yeah.
attitudes.
I don't know.
So
I'm kind of on the side of. I'm on her side a little bit in this because if I got that,
you and I are always on separate sides of.
but if I
most
got
things.
that plate and they were like, yeah, it's gonna be, I was like,
No, I would have said I don't want this. Then it tastes horrible. Send it back. I want to order something else.
Yeah.
Because she would have just taken it back then, and they could have said we'd like to
But if you-
order.
dude, you get the sizzling fajitas, man. Any place in San Antonio or in Texas, you order a plate of sizzling fajitas, they come out sizzling,
Right.
like, and they've got that little
Well,
glove thing that goes over the
also,
handle.
nobody really thinks what you see on the menu is what you're going to get. I mean, do you look at the menu and be like, oh, it's going to look exactly like that?
Some places are like that, man.
Not very many.
But
Most of the time, it's just
fajitas
pretty pictures to entice you.
fajitas are the easiest fucking thing to make. Why are you skipping on some peppers and some onions, right? Peppers, onions, breast or two of chicken. And she said it was like $27. Dude, I'm not paying $27.
You knew that when you ordered it, though.
But no, if it came looking like that,
A
motherfucker.
platter of fajitas, regardless of how much food is it, is not worth $27.
Sometimes you just
No.
want fajitas,
Sometimes
man.
they're just 16 where they're really reasonably priced. You went to fucking Hard Rock Cafe. Her steak salad was probably $26 too.
Yeah, probably.
And his Caesar salad was probably 15.
Nah, fine.
Like Caesar? Okay.
7,
8. I'll say 8.
8,
But still,
maybe even $8.99.
you went someplace that's pricey because of the name that's on this pole outside.
Probably get better meals. You made me think of strip clubs.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like
you
a-
go to a place like that, you're not expecting a
Like a
good
strip
meal.
club buffet.
That's like saying you're going to go to Carl's Jr. and
What's wrong with Carl's Jr.?
expect the best hamburger in the whole wide world.
They're pretty fucking good.
never had
We
one.
don't have Carl's Jr. out here. We had in
There
Phoenix.
used to be one. It closed because everybody goes to somewhere else.
Whataburger. Whataburger.
Whataburger's
By
huge
the
here.
way, do not eat a Whataburger. It's the worst
I like it. You
fucking
don't like it.
food on the planet. Whataburger's terrible.
See, Bosco said went to a Niagara Falls Hard Rock and it wasn't that great. No. Yeah, and Tyler said 100% Beth, just leave a 1-star review at the most and move on. And then
All right, your bill's $100 there.
you
what are
went
you
there
tipping?
expecting that.
You-
No,
you
I'm
doing-
tipping on just the food I ate.
Are you doing 10%? You're doing 5%? You're doing 20%?
I don't.
I'm
do-
a standard
listen,
20 to 22%
there-
tipper.
Here's the thing: you're not supposed to tip on tax.
No, I know. You
So
know that rule.
tip 18% on the total because that will minus the tax. But again, maybe you don't tip 20% because the drinks took a while, the salad took a while, but you still tip that poor girl.
That chick is slammed. Fully understand.
Yeah, well,
Like
but
I
you
understand,
still,
but I'm also there just kind of just chilling. Like we've gone to so many bars and restaurants. We get it.
Yeah.
Right. Get it.
but
I
you
get
don't
it.
make her pay the price of shitty management.
I don't know.
That's my 2 cents.
I'd like to see the response video from the chick that actually served her.
I don't care enough.
Nah, you know what I mean? Like, kind of want to see like that fucking waitress come back and be like, that bitch full of shit. She wanted like she had one of those she's like, I've got allergies.
Who, the waitress?
You know, the girl.
Oh,
I've got allergies.
she says that?
No, I'm
Oh.
saying like her, like that's what she
Is that
actually.
her
like, 'cause
content
there's always
usually?
two sides of the story. There's 3 sides of the story. There's her side, her side, and the truth.
Yeah.
Right, like what actually happened.
Yeah.
Right, and it's probably somewhere in the middle there. But you know, if your fucking manager's jumping up and down,
But we don't know that really happened. She could have just been pointing furiously. You better take care of those motherfuckers because I'm about to murder a bitch.
then you don't know what that manager went through that day.
Yeah, no. I tell you what.
Somebody could have thrown up on her at that point. Because that's kind of what that sounds
restaurant
like.
industry
She
can
had a
be difficult
rough fucking
because you
day.
have a lot of different personalities.
Yeah,
and then
right?
you have your own bad mood days.
more than expected, right?
Yeah, it depends on
Sometimes-
what it is.
Yeah. If like somebody gives us super good
And we've done that before
service, like you're getting
too.
killed.
Or we've had
times.
people say, it's on me. Don't worry about it. And so we just tip them
Tip
even
it.
extra,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
Like you just give whatever they give you a $10 drink for free.
Right.
Like I got it. Just give them the extra $10.
Yep.
Like fuck it. I
Yep.
don't care.
Yep.
I was gonna pay it anyway.
Yep. We used to have friends that would bartend that we would go to their bar in Phoenix and they would only charge us like half the bill.
Right.
You know, and so we would
Just turn
tip.
that
We
into
would
the
have
tip.
doubled the tip that was on that half a
Right.
bill. Yeah.
So there's a lot that you can do. Yeah, no, I was just really curious because this one just popped up for me. But there's a huge debate on it online about this story. So it says they won't be guilt
Plus,
tripped
that
for
girl
leaving no
was-
tip.
I don't know why. She's very annoying to me. I don't know if it's her
You
tone.
could have
her
made that
pace.
story about a minute long.
I think it was her. It's very much like this,
Like,
and
pick
then
up the
let me
pace.
point the picture, and
She's
then
probably
let
from
me.
the South.
Oh gosh, no, she
Like,
didn't have no
but
accent.
I've met some slow talkers in my day, and I'm like, I can't handle that shit. Like, pick up the fucking pace. I don't have all goddamn day. This office, living in this town, some fucking slow talkers here, man.
It's not people from this town though. It's people from like.
No, they're from here. They're Texans. Texans, like, they have all fucking day to just chill.
Well,
I'm from New England, man. Like, move. We're all gonna die someday.
Well, that's
I
why
don't want it to
Texas is
be
better than New
long.
England because it's way more laid back.
All right. So at dinner sparked a raging debate about gratuities after refusing to tip a waitress over a stingy portion of fajitas, as detailed in a TikTok that has 2.6 million views on it. The thing's gone
6
viral.
million. Well, she got what she.
So
set
this
out to
girl,
do.
like we had just said she went to dinner last night. I'm not going to repeat all this stuff. But the ordeal occurred while the unhappy customer was dining with her family. Oh, it's a Cincinnati Hard Rock Casino in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay, that's even like. Come on.
Simpson and her mom had reportedly ordered the espressos. Don't get into all that shit. When they asked her server, blah 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 blah, it was supposed to be a ton of food. It wasn't. I'm trying to get to the actual outputs, like what people were saying. There we go. Things came to a head after the management refused to comp the family for anything, prompting them to leave the fajitas uneaten and depart without tipping. So you're at a casino. You know what I mean? You kind of get what you pay for.
Well, yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
you also get the quality of what you pay
Yeah.
for.
So she then asked TikTok viewers what they would have done in her shoes, sparking an overwhelming outpouring of support. Can we normalize not tipping bad service, said one, while another said, that is literally the smallest fajita I have ever seen. That's my perspective on this. I am all about quantity. Like, if I go get a good steak, I'm not going to Sizzler. But if I go to Sizzler,
Well, you can't go to Sizzler.
because it's
There aren't any.
or something like that. If I go to Sizzler, I'm looking for quantity, not quality.
No, you're not
But
wrong.
if I go to a
But here's the thing.
steakhouse,
You
I'm
know
looking
what
for
quantity you're
quality.
going to get. But the
Mhm.
percentage that or the poundage, the pounds they give you is before they cook it.
That's the other fucked up part. So I'm looking for size.
I'm a
Right.
genuine southerner. I'm from South
Right?
Texas.
Can we normally? Oh, I already said that. Even industry insiders agreed with the Simpsons decision. Ex-server here, you are 100% in the right. However, others criticized her decision to withhold the gratuity, claiming the manager's behavior wasn't the server's fault. To your point.
Yep.
I would never have stiffed a server because I was angry at the manager. I agree with that. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not gonna fuck some
Yeah.
kid that's making fucking
Yeah.
$3
an hour,
or whatever it is.
baby.
Yeah. She goes, I get that the server messed up, but don't punish her because there are also things that could be contributing factors to that server. Maybe it was her first day. Maybe it was her first week. Maybe she's had working doubles. Maybe she's got fucking school and everything else. Not that that's an excuse, the school thing. Like you're working your work, focus, and you do that. But
Well, she also probably walked away with some lessons learned. You can't tell somebody, I mean, common sense is you're like, oh, I mean, it looks like that. I don't know how much is going to be on it because here's the thing, it varies by chef and cook.
yeah, just
It's
whoever the
whatever
line
they
cook
dump
is.
on that
Mhm.
is what you're going to get. So one guy could give you scraps, another one could give you enough to feed 5 people. It really, I mean, I'm sure they have guidelines, but really just depends on who's plating the food
Put
for
a
you.
smaller fucking plate together. If that's an
Throw
easy way
some
to do it.
guac, throw
Put a
some
smaller
sour
plate,
cream, some pico.
some fucking lettuce on the side, make it look like there's more, and maybe I'd be happy with that. Be like, okay, I got a chicken breast, but to split it, that's the question.
So
That's another thing.
they shouldn't have split shit.
Quit being fucking cheap. Although Beth now wants us to start splitting meals on the
Why?
weekends
But why?
because she doesn't want to have
Junk
leftover
food in the fridge during the week.
All of
For
her
no
growing up.
other reason than I'm trying to not eat crap during the week.
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know if we'll be doing that. If I get a fucking plate like that, I'll just order a second.
Well, order a second or say it tastes funny and send it back.
Tastes like rat poison.
Say, you know what, this meat is real, because we've done that. But remember the chicken sandwich we got at
Oh yeah,
Little
that was just
Woodrow's, and it was just
fucked
really
up, yeah.
weird. And all you had to say was, "This chicken
There's something
is
wrong with the chicken.
horrible. There's something wrong with it." And he was like, "Let me get it out of your way.
Yep.
What else can I get you?"
I was like, burger.
Yeah, and they didn't charge you for the chicken. They brought you the burger, and you
I was
got
happy.
tots and fries.
And I love that place.
They have really good burgers.
Little Woodrow's. Do you guys have Little Woodrow's
We haven't
around
been
you
there
guys?
I think it's a Texas
It's
thing.
got a great patio. It's fucking fun. So when you come down to town, when we have this said keg party at our house where we record some shows, we'll go over to Little Woodrow's and have a little party over there too. Be fun. All right. Can you
No.
tell me
All right.
what are jobs,
JOBS's?
JOBS's, now that you're unemployed? What are jobs that absolutely you have to be good at?
Medicine.
Like
Doctors.
they otherwise, like you kill someone.
Doctors
right?
of every range. Surgeons, gynecologists. You got to be good at that.
Right.
Um,
Gynecologist, you're not that good at that.
Scientists.
That's all fucking mystery science anyway.
No, you have to be
Why
good
does
at
a
that.
dude get into gynecology? I don't understand.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, because when
Maybe
you're a
they like-
gynecologist,
maybe
you're
they
not
like-
looking at the pretty ones all the time.
Maybe they like delivering babies. They like bringing life into the world.
Anyway, go ahead.
What I don't get is chicks that married dudes who are gynecologists.
They're just covered in pussy.
You know what? I take that back. He probably knows anatomy really, really well. and
Figure it out. Like they're just.
He's like, "What if I touch you right here?" And she instantly has an orgasm. No, don't do that again, please.
grabs you by your pinky nail? He just knows everything.
Knows the point exactly. We're in the buildup of it that it hits.
Pilots are kind of surgeons or
of all sorts. Pilots, surgeons, scientists.
Nah, fuck scientists.
Scientists.
Because then you're gonna
I said
throw.
you should. They should
Then you're gonna
know
throw
what they're
Fauci
doing.
in there, and Fauci's a scientist. That motherfucker has probably caused one of the biggest genocides.
I am trying to think what else, like, outside
Things that really have to do with
life and death.
Life and death.
Yes.
How about this one? So Allison, CPG fangirl, sent me this story. Houston 911 operator. Right here.
Genealogist. Yep.
Houston 911 operator arrested after hanging up on more than 800 callers because she didn't feel like talking.
Oh no, she just needs to be fired because she's an idiot.
She got arrested.
Oh, she did.
She got arrested. Yeah.
For what?
Fucking because people, it's life or death. People are calling 911 when people are having medical issues.
What they should have done when they arrested her was play 911's a joke in this town.
In this one, and in some locations, it is a joke. So you better know your fucking CPR. You better have a medical kit. And you better have a goddamn gun, because all of those things could come in handy at some point. So a caller described that he called 911 in Houston because his wife had collapsed and she had no pulse. Krishanda Williams answered, "This is Krishanda. May I help you? My wife's passed out and I need an ambulance," he said. Krishanda said, "Okay," and then hung up. He had called. He had to call back and get someone else on the line, and his wife was rushed to the hospital and survived. An audit shows that she hung up on more than 800 callers over 5 months.
Oh.
She explained that she simply didn't want to talk to people at those times, and she was sentenced to 10 days in jail and 18 months of probation. Fucking retard. Like, of those 800 people,
I kind of blame the hiring manager. Should have maybe done a little, like, what were her credentials?
Yeah, this isn't like the old telephone company.
This isn't Sears.
Yeah, this isn't Sears.
This isn't Sears
This isn't
Roebuck.
Kmart. Sears and Roebucks.
No, Sears. It used to be Sears Roebuck, I think.
Was it? I don't remember. Kmart, blue light specials. She'd probably be good at that. But that's about the extent of what I would hire this fucking retard for. Honestly.
She's really lucky that nobody died because of this.
Well,
because
dude,
then it would have been more than 10 days.
If there were 800 callers and she hung up on them all, how do you backtrace all those calls and say, did you die? Did you die?
No, you're
Did something
wrong.
negative happen? Because if you just don't
they
have
a way. Okay, so
they probably have
call
the number.
centers.
Yeah.
Call centers record, and in today's world, you can
that's
record
true,
every
yeah.
single call. So there probably
Especially
was
in a
a way.
system like
Yeah.
that, they
Yeah.
record everything. But isn't that fucking retarded? Like you have somebody that
Yeah.
does that just is so callous.
Well, just doesn't give a shit about anyone but themselves.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like talking on the
No,
phone.
you know-
Well, fucking don't go to work, you
Call in sick that
asshole.
day.
No, she wanted to get paid for doing nothing.
Then do your fucking job.
Right. So I was thinking about this. Beth and I were talking before the podcast, and I kind of went over when I go over kind of outline of the stories.
Oh.
Like 95% of jobs out there really won't kill you.
No.
Right.
Or anyone else.
Or anyone else. Let's say not you, but anyone else. Right.
Won't kill someone.
Someone along the line. Right. I mean, there's always just weird things can happen. Even in like a warehouse, a fucking thing falls down and fucking tags somebody. This is not one of those goddamn
Beth
jobs.
Said she looks like the door greeter reject from Big Lots.
Yep.
I love Big Lots.
This is not one of those jobs that
you can be
lackadaisical.
No.
You can't be like, meh, I don't feel like doing my job today.
And how did she decide which ones? Oh,
No, I think she was just like,
you're
hang
not
up,
in a car wreck.
hang up.
I'm gonna disconnect this call.
But if my wife's not breathing and on the fucking floor,
and I
call,
wonder if she was told didn't have a pulse.
If I say, motherfucker, get somebody here right now, my wife is.
He didn't even have that chance. He just said my wife passed out, and it's unresponsive. Okay, click.
Fucking
setting it on arm. And the really good ones stay on the phone with you and walk you through CPR.
Yeah, that's
and
what it should be.
Excuse me.
So that's the whole idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see like things about being like an electrician where you need training. Otherwise, you're gonna fucking electrocute
they get
yourself
training, I'm sure.
or burn your building down.
No, but they get training for this.
Yeah, I would think there's some sort of
They have to.
qualifications to go through this.
Yeah, well, maybe
Right?
not qualifications, but the
I'm
training
just saying.
process.
So this was on March 30th. This was posted on Instagram. So thank you for sharing that story with me. It's just one of those things you go like, there are really that's just being a shitty
Tyler
person.
says his job could kill him 100 different ways, and Bosco said, "Ever seen a wheel come up a big rig?" No. Nor would I ever want
Tyler,
to be.
what's your job? Are
Nor do I
you a
wanna be in the
fucking fisherman
vicinity
or
of
something?
a
You're up
big
in
wig.
BC. What's your job? What do you do?
Nor do I want to be in the vicinity of a big rig when a tire comes off.
I've seen, I mean, there's all sorts of like crazy near miss kind of videos, right? Where
Where they go over the car.
it just goes, or I saw there was one where I think it was like somebody was driving down the
Oh
highway.
no, that was Bad Boys 4.
No, it was
I'm
on.
kidding,
it was
by the way.
And the wheel came off, and like right in front of this other car, and the car hit it and fucking threw it in the air and fucking spun it, and it was just like shitty luck. The wheel came off. It was still rolling. That car went boom.
Yeah, and you can't react
And
fast
that
enough.
Spin of the wheel lifted the car
Well,
up.
I hope they were okay.
Dude, it was fucking gnarly. Yeah. Will, mine could kill me in a few ways easily. I mean, you guys have ways for you personally to die, but what I'm getting at, and that's just called being competent in your role so you don't die.
Bosco said they're heavy as shit.
So mine,
Those tires.
like my biggest risk is to drive to the office
Right.
and back and maybe getting sucked into an escalator
My biggest risk now is throwing up at the gym because the workout was too hard.
or falling down the stairs.
I don't come upstairs
Oh, that's true.
after my workout.
Yeah.
Until you're
maybe
home.
getting off the couch too fast, blood
Oh.
pressure thing.
Maybe.
Like,
or
that's a
or
big
that
one.
bad hip flexor. You're like, oh,
Oh shit.
ah.
Falls over. She hits her button on her necklace. I've fallen. I can't.
Oh, I wouldn't even have to hit it because I'd have the one that would automatically know I fell.
Siri, call 911.
That they would actually call me.
Don't call 911, fucker.
Yeah. Don't say shit like that.
We get SWAT ourselves. Oops.
Oopsie.
You do sewer work? Yep. So there's things that'll fucking.
Oh, she said, I'm sorry, I can't call emergency services. Please use your phone because I don't
Oh, shit.
have a phone on my. Thank you, Siri. It was a kid. We were just joking.
Somebody's showing up.
She's like, bitch, don't joke.
Fucking funny, dude. I don't know. There's just some fucked up people out there. I would sue the shit out of that city. Because I mean, ultimately,
Tyler is a welder. My nephew is a welder, so yeah, that can be.
yeah, you could fucking electrocute yourself.
Can't you blow yourself up too?
Yeah, if you're using like acetylene or something like that, like
I don't know what
gases
that
or
is,
something like that,
okay.
like the gas ones or something. Yeah, there's ways to.
These glasses are really cute.
Yeah, they make you sweat.
They make me sweat because they touch my cheek. Damn, flipping.
What to tell you, kiddo? I don't know what to tell you. All right. Next up, fucked up principal. Calls her student sexy chocolate. And it gets worse from there.
Oh, Lord.
Dude, wait till I show you the picture.
Are you just giving us incompetent people?
I'm almost, I mean, these are just stories I just came across within like the past 2 hours because I got done working and I was like, all right, let's find some fucking fun stories. This one's on TMZ.
Sorry, Tyler is not a welder.
Oh.
I guess somebody else up. I can't go all the way back up. I guess somebody else said they're a welder? I don't know.
Will is.
Okay. Listen.
This is the teacher. This is the vice president, principal.
She looks like a sad puppy.
Yeah, well, she got arrested. Alleged pervert principal.
Is it because she said they were sexy? Does that really make
Oh,
you
no.
Oh, okay.
Way worse.
All right.
Way. I don't know what it is with teachers nowadays.
They're just horn dogs.
Dude, like trying to hook up with kids and like calling them. And some of them are super attractive and some of them are like not. Right. And you go, you're married and you have kids and all of this shit.
And I'm 16.
No, the kid, I don't give a shit if I'm 16. Like the kid is 13 years old.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The kid is like
right?
16,
like
13,
quit
whatever.
being a fucking
They're
freak.
kids. Okay.
Right?
So tell more.
So in this
Tell me
one,
more.
there seems to be a rash of female educators accused of having sex with their underage students. Right? We know that.
So weird.
In the latest, Dr. Kiva Lark, the assistant principal of Lake Marion Creek Middle School in Polk County, Florida, was charged Thursday with lewd and lascivious conduct and lewd offense against a student by an authority figure. According to police, the 13-year-old student was sent to Lark's office after tossing crumpled paper across the classroom during an exam. It's like, fuck, right? It's 13.
What a little shit.
Dude, I've done some, when I was 13, I was crazy. I don't even know how I got out of fucking school. Cops say Lark ordered the boy who she allegedly called sexy chocolate. Keep in mind, this kid's 13 years old. She called him sexy chocolate to give her a foot massage.
Ew.
Pointing out that he didn't have anything better to do with his hands at the moment. Lark then allegedly took off her shoes, laid her legs across the boy's lap, commanding him to do as he was told.
Can you imagine your kid comes home and tells you that?
Somebody else heard this happening. Cops say a witness overheard Lark chastising the boy for falling down on the job before showing him how to do a proper foot rub.
Well, that's weird.
By allegedly giving him a shoulder and arm massage. The witness told police that they heard Lark tell the boy to rub her feet as if he loved her, and that she was teaching him these lessons for when he snags a girlfriend.
That is
Days later, cops
weird.
say the witness reported the incident and police launched an investigation on April 4th. After her arrest, Lark was placed on administrative leave from the school. Thankfully, Lark is just the latest female educator to get caught. Of course, we know those things, right? Think about that. Like if my fucking 13-year-old came home and said, Miss Smith.
Here's the thing. The 13-year-old probably wouldn't even, because he's so freaked out. Luckily, there was a
He doesn't want his fucking friends hearing about this shit, right?
No.
God damn, right? Like them are serious. I would be like, no, mom's handling this one. And that, like,
that's weird.
We're going
fucking,
you're going fist fighting at that point.
Weird.
Because if I was you,
yeah.
and that was my kid,
oh yeah,
like I can't beat the shit out of her, but you certainly can.
I don't know that I'd physically touch her. I'd give her a verbal beatdown.
Oh, no. I would.
Well, no, because then I'm going to
If
jail
this was
too.
a teacher, like a dude,
Oh,
I would bring him behind that school and whoop the shit out of him. And then let him be arrested.
you're going to be arrested.
I don't give a fuck. Like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Make my fucking. I mean, it's not as bad as having sex, but this is like
It depends.
right there.
No.
not?
Back the fuck
Okay,
up
okay,
because
it's
it
fair.
depends on how jacked up her feet are too.
Oh God, damn! I didn't think of that. Does she look like the type that gets pedicures on a regular basis?
Maybe.
I
But
don't know.
still, just because you get pedicures on a regular basis doesn't mean your feet are pretty.
Yeah, it's kind of like being that male gynecologist. Like you aren't going to you aren't going into that business to see all the pretty ones.
No.
You know what I mean? It's probably 1 in 10 where they're pretty. Like most women's feet, they're probably not that great in general.
Well, the older
Right.
you get, the uglier feet get.
Yeah, right. And how old is this chick?
I'd say she's probably 40,
50ish. No,
40,
she's a doctor. I
45,
would say 50.
45 to 53.
Yeah, something like that. So she's got some miles on them feet,
Mm-hmm.
some cankles going on, right?
Probably not. That's usually just
Man, she might have some bunions,
yeah, or really bad
corns,
dry heels. Ooh.
like those yellowed.
Listen,
fucking
I love you to
toenails.
pieces, and I think you got great feet. I'm still not touching them.
I do have nice feet.
Hey, Andrea.
Yeah, I've got great feet. What's up, Dad? Like,
She
you
goes,
guys.
well, dear Jesus, I just got here.
Dude, this should have been just be on your fucking up late with Andrea on this one because this is a crime of the century right here. She made that kid, that 13-year-old, give her a foot massage.
Ugh.
Fuck off.
Alex said, at my old job, a plumber used to come in and said he would need to refer to him as sexy chocolate.
See, that's just fun. That's just in good fun. But I don't want you calling my 13-year-old boy sexy chocolate.
Bosco said, look at her face. Hell nah.
Right?
Yeah.
It just depends, man. I don't know.
Oh, thanks, Deadleg.
Fucking principals.
Just
And she's a
worldwide.
vice principal. So she's been in the education system probably
while.
for 20, 25 years.
Yeah, she's been there for a while.
Right? So she's got to be mid-40s.
I mean,
late
maybe she's newly single.
50s. Dude, so you're going to go after a fucking
No,
13-year-old?
I'm not just
She
saying. I'm just saying.
should be in prison.
Maybe that's why she's
because
lived
this
out.
probably isn't the first time she's done some shit.
No,
like
she
this.
just got busted.
This is the first time
finally.
she got caught.
Does
doing
it say what
something. That was it. That was
that
it for
just
the
so
story.
far that's well, it just happened, right?
Excuse me. Yeah.
On the 5th. So yeah.
That's just again, it goes back to that's just the first time.
Bosco
she
said
got
her
caught.
toes are throwing gang signs.
God damn it.
And
Ugh.
Andrea said, no damn feet.
No damn feet. Yeah, like Beth and I we don't rub each other's feet. We're past that shit. That was something we did
know,
like when
That's
we
why
first started
I go get a
dating.
pedicure. If I need somebody to rub my feet, I'm gonna pay
Just
for it.
hire
I'm
somebody.
gonna pay for it.
Yeah. Same. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no foot play with us, like at all. No. Speaking of that, like if we have a king size bed, like a lot of people, I would say a lot of people.
Yeah.
If I bump her foot in the middle of the night, she fucking instantly moves her foot away.
Oh.
Like we don't do the footsie things. Like there's nothing. No.
There's no need.
She puts a fucking pillow in between us.
It's a body pillow
We're
that you
talking
bought
truths here.
me. Body pillow that you bought me because I sleep on my side and it was jacking up my back
She's
because I have like
I don't
twisted
want you
pretzel.
touching me in my sleep, Greg.
Twisted pretzel. Oh, you're so full of crap. Like today I was rubbing your arm.
When?
Like
This morning?
I think it was when we went to bed at like when you came to bed. I was already asleep, but I think I was just like, hey, honey, at 2:00 in the morning.
Or you think you're making shit up?
I'm making shit up. I'm
I
very
don't know.
sweet.
She's not that sweet.
Yes, I
She's
am.
definitely not when she sleeps. She's fucking. That's
Listen-
all about the sleep when she's sleep in that bed.
Oh no, yeah.
She's like, don't fucking touch me. Lights are out.
Listen, if I'm asleep, do not come in here with any ideas of ways to wake me up. That'd be the worst
I have to
decision
get
you
on
can
her
make.
fucking calendar now. She's too busy being fucking retired.
No, you just have to come to bed at a decent hour.
There's that, but whatever. Fuck, dude.
See,
Everybody-
Bosco has a body pillow. They're good for you.
Dude, that's because you need it. Never mind. I was gonna be mean.
Wilkrie said, you guys leave room for Jesus. Exactly.
It's just Jesus peeking around the corner.
No, he's popping up behind the
Yeah, the
pillow.
pillow. We should get a fucking body pillow with Jesus on it. Just like half of them, just like
Laying on his side.
On the side. That would fuck with our housekeepers would be like, 'cause they're all fucking like super Mexican.
Oh yeah.
And they'd be like, what the fuck?
They're very Catholic, probably.
Yeah,
Highly
that'd be awesome.
Catholic.
Start putting up those like the religious candles all over the house just to fuck with them. That'd be fun. All right. We got
Andrea
more
said,
video.
Beth
We got
and
another
Greg
video.
counseling corner in the next podcast.
Oh, dude. We could give some life
Listen.
lessons.
We can. What we do works.
Works
At least for us.
I mean, I don't have any other goddamn. We've gone through some shit. she's like, I'm biting my tongue on that one. We've done some dumb shit in our lives. All right. So this is just a cool video, right?
Okay.
So it's nothing more than new technology coming on. I shared this on Baldy and the Big Guy. Go out and check that out. I dropped it this morning. It's a new episode. If you have a chance, go out, check that out. Go out, check out Baldy and the Big Guy Instagram. Follow that and follow the Baldy and the Big Guy YouTube channel. That's Peter and I that do that one. But I shared this on that video. And I thought you'd really get a kick out of this.
All right, let's
so
see
this is like, think next generation off-road vehicle.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hey, that's creepy.
It's a robotic horse, a completely hydrogen powered. Hydrogen.
And nor would I do that.
Hydrogen powered, water powered.
Are they real? That looks very AI.
Hang on. It is. The Kawasaki just released this past weekend on Saturday.
They released the video, not
Released
the horse.
video, and this is real.
How much is the horse?
They haven't priced it. There's a reason that it's like a horse versus having wheels. Wheels lose traction, right? Where you have spinning. It's called the Coursera.
Horsero?
Coursera.
Corleo.
Or Corleo. Sorry, my bad. Corleo, right? So this thing is hydrogen powered. It's made by Kawasaki.
What do I just put hydrogen peroxide in it?
You put water,
Oh.
hydrogen. It's hydrogen powered. You
What
pour
is not
water.
hydrogen?
The molecule.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So you pour water into this thing
In it.
and it powers it, right?
Yes.
So this thing is coming out. They've released it.
What's
but
your
it's
guess
very
on how
small.
much?
It's got to be 50 grand.
Oh, I think it's gonna be more than that.
Something like that, right? But the fucking fact is, the reason it doesn't have wheels and it's more horse is because it won't lose traction, right? Because it has 4 points always
Right.
digging in.
Right.
And it's made based on, like, you can't fall off this thing.
I'm
I
sure
mean, you could
can.
fall off, but
I was like, I'm sure
it's got
you can.
stirrups. As long as you're holding on, if you lean, it leans with you. If you lean forward,
It goes faster.
it moves faster. If
You
you
lean back.
just like a horse,
Yeah.
right? If you're holding the stirrups for a
Yeah.
horse, right? So it's all based on that.
I
same
mean, why
thing.
can't I just ride a horse?
Because if you don't have a horse, you can have one of these.
I'm pretty
This
sure you
is-
can get a horse a lot less expensive.
Yeah, but you got to feed a horse.
And you got to stable them.
You got to stable a horse. I could put that in my fucking closet.
No,
or
it's
my
not gonna fit in your
garage,
closet.
whatever.
Yeah,
But there is video of them, like, having been released. They announced it on Saturday this past weekend, like it said.
did they have a real one there when?
Yeah,
like,
they did. They unveiled it, and it's fucking. It looks just like that. Now, can it do all of those things?
well,
have
are
you
you going to
seen-
be dumb enough to let it do all
Have
those
you
things
seen
with
the
you on it
recent
too?
robots that they've started releasing, like showing video of them
The ones-
running? Like we talked about that little short one that did
Yeah.
the runway
Yeah,
modeling
yeah.
thing, and it can run, and it has the gait of a human. That's got the gait of
a horse. No, you could see it
You
when he was
simulate,
riding it.
right? It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. So I'm just
Mm.
thinking, it's just a
Again.
really cool next gen kind of a thing, right?
Mm. Yeah,
I don't know.
different. Or
I'd buy one.
maybe you'd buy one of everything if you could.
Definitely getting a sex robot when
You're
you
not
die.
getting a sex robot.
When you die,
Hey, Godspeed.
dude. I
He
think
ends up
they're gonna be
murdering
like
you
20
in the middle of the
grand.
night because you've watched a shit ton of that.
I just
on
pull the fucking
Netflix?
power plug on them.
They charge a battery.
Then go Roomba, go park yourself. What should I name my sex
So,
robot?
Bosco said, "What the hell is even that?" Yeah, and then Andrea said, "No, no." Skynet shit right there. I mean, he's not wrong. BC's not wrong.
I think they're fucking awesome.
That was gonna be my next question. Are they AI or just a vehicle?
Just a vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a vehicle. So think of like a Tesla, kind of. I don't think it's gonna be like. Well, you never know.
Tyler said I got to move to the bush in a cabin.
You never know. We had an interesting conversation last night with our neighbor's kids who's going to school for marine biology. She was talking about, because I was doing some AI stuff, like generating some photos, and she was like, "No, we need to calm down with that shit because it."
Oh, AI is bad for the environment.
Well, the reason being it's processing speed and it's all the.
Is it because we lack water in this world?
Well, no. It's all the actual power it requires.
Horses have feelings,
right? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do a little bit of homework on that, and that's what I was doing last night when you came out. I was looking up some shit. It takes like currently the gigawatt requirement at today's pace is like 5 gigawatts, which is like 5 nuclear power plants.
Okay.
By 2030, they're saying it's going to be 57 gigawatts.
So that's like in 4 years
of power
or 5 years, 4.5 years,
just for AI computing.
To keep growing.
Just for all of our little nerd things we like to do and make pictures and do all those fucking things on ChatGPT and all that stuff. That is, think about the exponential growth of that. It's fucking insane. So
it is.
This stuff's all going to run off that.
And
Tesla's run off.
Skynet is coming. The good news is that by the time it actually get here, most of us will probably be gone. No, by the time they take over the world, most of us will probably be.
Oh yeah. Like 3 generations. Yeah, something like that. Maybe 100 years from now.
They're gonna be plotting for the next 90 years.
Yeah, they're already plotting. We've talked about that fucking interdimensional microprocessor that somebody came out and they think it was it's using multiverse kind of craziness. We talked about that.
Yeah.
That can like go. They think it does multiversal computing.
Yeah.
Because it can't process. There's no way it can process. It would take like 37 million years to process something at our current rate, but it processed it in like 3 seconds.
We don't really know what we don't know,
dude. I love
it's a
shit
brand
like
new
this.
Way.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
I want Avatar to actually come to life.
Until they murder you in your sleep or take over the world.
I can't wait. I want a robot dog. What would you name your robot dog? Spot?
Dead, because he's not going to happen.
I want a robot dog.
After seeing that thing kill people in the World of the War,
I don't want one of those. But I mean, if you had a robot dog, think about it. It's like
he doesn't give you love.
You don't have to feed it.
He doesn't give you love.
But it can wag a tail.
It didn't
but
have
then
a tail, first
it
of
can
all.
also
Doesn't have
you
puppy
can put
eyes.
a tail on it, and you can put some eyes, some of those little googly eyes that you can get like the heart. Fucking, it's like right.
No.
And then you're like,
you're gonna replace
intruder
Henry
alert
with a robot.
And then like Ian comes over and just fucking darts him.
Eats him.
No, because it's not gonna eat him. It's just gonna dart him. It's like doo, 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 doo. It's fucking Ian. It's the ground.
Yeah.
It's probably safer than like
only thing it won't
him.
do that will be wonderful is not wake us up when the sun comes up.
Or have to take shits in your backyard when you have to pick that up fucking 18 times a week. And it's 80 pounds because we've got 3 fucking dogs. Right? There are reasons to have fucking robots around. Companionship.
Wacko.
Any wacko.
You're a wacko.
Can make you dinner. Fucking can read you a bedtime story.
You can do all that for me.
Can play whatever. Can do whatever.
That whatever.
You can clean the holes
sells.
you need to.
Ew.
I mean, if you got to that point.
You're a weirdo.
Like Will and Bosco are probably. I'm just kidding.
What? That didn't even make sense.
Side joke.
That nobody got.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, you guys might want a robot.
Well, Grease said it's nuclear. Let it rip. It's cleaner.
It's
cleaner energy.
Last story before we get into some feel goods.
Yes.
All right, this lady.
He's good being alone.
All right, this is one last video. Yes, yeah, I know. But see, you're good at being alone, but you could be alone and have a robot cook you
at your
dinner.
beck and call.
That's all I'm saying. It wouldn't be weird. There's a weirder story out there where this dude, remember the mannequin guy? We talked about that story. This guy has a mannequin that he's married, and then he has mannequin babies as well. I don't remember her name, but he also still lives, and this guy's like fucking 45, 50 years old. He still lives in his parents' basement. On top of that, what are you doing over there?
Nothing.
Somebody pregnant?
No,
Somebody fucking
way cooler than that.
somebody got divorced.
No, that's not cool. It's not for discussion. Thank you, sir.
Now I need to know.
No.
All right, let's watch this. All right, so this story, you guys may remember this one. This is kind of one of those things like I'd be standing on fucking principle again. It's another one of these ones. This woman a while back. Well, I don't recall if we talked about this story, but I'm going to play the video real quick.
Okay.
Woman who lost her career after refusing to give her seat up for a crying child. All right, so here's the video.
Wilker said,
This plane passenger is being publicly berated by a furious mom for refusing to swap seats with her toddler. Jennifer Castro was filmed calmly ignoring the angry mother's request after she boarded the GOL Airlines domestic flight in Brazil in December.
I'm not here for you and your child.
Exactly.
When she boarded the plane, Jennifer found a toddler sitting in her window seat and asked him to move, which caused the tot to start crying.
That is not anybody's problem but mom's.
Yeah,
according to Jam Press, the family reportedly had a window seat on another row, but the boy insisted on taking Jennifer's place. When she refused to move, the mother pulled out her phone and started filming Jennifer and said, "I'm recording your face. This is disgusting. It's the 21st century and people have no empathy for children."
No, I have full empathy.
I would have just looked at her and been like,
so you kind of get this portion of the story. All right, so you get that portion of the story.
Okay.
So to your point, yeah, I'm like,
just because you decided to procreate and bring another human into this world does not mean that
it's not my responsibility
need to accommodate them.
I will be the coolest person your kids ever sat next to.
And here's the thing: how did she ask? She could have said,
"The kid was
hey,
already there," and she probably came up and was like, "Hey, that's my
seat. Would you mind swapping window seats? Because my son really wants this one. We have 3 more seats back."
She paid for the seat. She paid to have the window seat.
But it's not.
This is one of those kind of things.
It's not. She shouldn't. The mother should not expect other people to accommodate.
She lost her job because of this.
Oh,
so a plane passenger, this chick right here, said she lost her job after a viral video showed her refusing to give up her seat to a child.
I'd see that company too.
Castro. Oh, you're probably your cousin.
Yeah, I don't understand how that impacts her role.
A banker in Brazil has admitted how scared she was when she was filmed on board the GOL Airlines. And this happened just it was December 24. The 29-year-old was sat in her assigned window seat when the other passengers asked her to move, as a crying toddler was heard in the background. She refused and kept her earphones in while she was filmed by a fellow passenger who hurled insults in her direction. After the video was shared online without her consent, Jennifer said, and I don't know Brazil's rules about like videoing. Our rules here are
you cannot slander.
If it's a single party state or something like that, like I can film you in Texas if you're in public.
Okay.
Right. I don't need your permission if you're in public.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just part of but other states, it's two-party consent.
Okay.
Where for me to record you and to release it, it has to be like that.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, I need you to say, yep, I consent to you being on.
Right.
I don't know the rules or the laws in Brazil. After the video was shared online, Jennifer said she was forced to quit her job, alleging that she had become the target of several attacks amid the backlash.
Several what?
Attacks.
Oh.
Amid the backlash. She is now suing GOL Airlines over the incident, as well as
Good for her.
Passenger who filmed her.
As well she should.
Fuck yeah. Jennifer said the huge embarrassment is one of the reasons why she's suing. She said, "Wow, I was scared, honestly," she admitted, just days after the incident. "I was scared of people hitting me when the food came out. What did they serve? I was scared of people taking it and throwing it at me." The interviewer then asked if she was concerned that a riot would break out on the plane. She said, "Yeah, I was there alone. All sorts of people were yelling at her." And I don't know if that's the
assholes,
the culture.
Yeah.
Right. But
and Andrea says it's disgusting that you put your kid over everyone else. Nobody else has responsibility. If your kid is crying, it's your responsibility to fix it, not mine.
I've seen those videos where, a mom
said, man, F them kids.
Fucking 7-hour flight and your kid is just having a meltdown.
And I still don't.
And you're at like wit's end. And I still would not give that woman shit. So I
No.
understand it. Like, you're doing everything you
Right.
can.
But this is just a
Like,
child
to the
being,
point where, like,
it's just a child being a brat, and here's why. Because he gets everything he
the
wants.
steward
And so
comes
when
up
he
and, like,
does
you've
it,
seen videos of him, like, coming
yeah,
up and
but when
helping
he
to console the
didn't
kid.
get what he want, he cries, and mom is like, "Oh, we gotta,
Mom's just as bad. Mom's in a fucking
you gotta
enabler.
accommodate."
So she said, well,
Oh,
it
she
seems
wins.
they said, well, it seems Jennifer has done pretty well for herself, amassing over 2 million followers on Instagram since then.
Good.
Good.
I hope she wins the lawsuit.
She's a pretty
on the
woman. Like,
airline.
that video.
I hope she wins the lawsuit against the
Yeah.
woman, and she should sue her employers, because what grounds did they have to
Well,
fire
she said
her
she
over
ended up
this?
quitting.
Oh, okay.
As I
I thought you
read
said
it. She
they fired
lost her, like, the initial thing said she,
Okay, so
then it
she
said
didn't
quit.
get fired. All right.
So, but I mean, if you're at work and you're like the social media pariah at
Mhm.
your company, and you're kind of like,
But by
at a
no way
point-
did she shame the company. She didn't say one word on that video.
Yeah.
So, well, interesting. You'll have to keep
So
a
she said
tab
it was
on it.
targeted of judgments and attacks, speculation from people who don't even know the full story. She added, throughout the flight, the child cried a lot, which, although uncomfortable, is understandable when traveling. She said this, right?
A lot
What
of babies
surprised
do
me
that.
was the fact that a person who had nothing to do with me with the situation started filming me without my permission, insulting me, and trying to publicly embarrass me simply because I didn't want to change seats. Yeah, get fucked.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the end of it.
Yep.
Get fucked.
Um,
Eat shit. Move along. Go to your fucking seat.
Here's the thing that I think is so shitty in this world. Like, people try to shame people.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't do what I want,
Shame.
if you don't do what I want, I'm going to ruin you. Well, if I did something wrong, then I could understand it. But just because you
Right.
didn't get your way,
What? Right? Like, you don't get
What?
your way in life.
no.
It's part of life. The kid needs to learn that.
You got to make
that
your own
mom
way.
probably has that problem too.
Oh yeah, she
Like, her
it's
husband's
perpetual.
a
It's
bitch.
perpetual.
He's just a little cuck. Just fucking gets dick stomped on every day.
And maybe that's how she was raised as well. Like, her parents allowed her to throw
Mm.
tantrums and get her ways. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
CBD said I wouldn't inconvenience anyone. Yeah, that's a normal person.
That's a normal person.
That's where you grab your kid and be like, no, you can't have that seat. That's someone else's, but I want it.
Right.
But you can't have
No.
it. I'm going to cry. Okay,
Listen,
cry.
you little dick.
Listen, when I was little and I would cry for no reason, my mom used to look at me and be like,
I had Marine as a dad.
my mom would look at me and say, stop crying right now before I give you something to cry about. And I was like, oh, fixing to get a beat down. You better stop.
Yep. The spatulas comes
Yeah.
out, or the fucking hanger
belt,
comes out,
the
or
belt,
anything else they could
wooden
grab.
spoon.
Yep. I'm not saying I
chancla,
was abused, but like,
chancla.
you learn
Yeah.
pretty fucking quick. Like, stop.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it was. Like, just stop.
Breathe.
Breathe. And it changes your life. Bring back the hand.
I mean, when I throw a tantrum now,
I'm
that's
not
what you
saying
do.
like whip the shit out of your kid, but you know
What
what
you
I
do
mean?
now when I cry, you're like, stop crying before I give you something to cry about.
Goddamn right. Like, grow up finally.
And I'm like, promise?
Like you're 50 fucking hooker. What's your feel good for today?
So mine is, so I have two. One of them is really simple. So yesterday I announced to the world, right?
Yeah.
And the amount of comments and well wishes and a few people that had
Boat
worked for
paddle.
me.
Bosco said a boat paddle.
Oh, a few people that had worked for me
dude.
had said like I was the best boss they ever had, which is amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was great to see people be like, you're gonna kick ass no matter what. So it was just outpouring of well wishes, which is nice.
That's a feel good. That's what you and I were talking about earlier. It's like that affirmation that
Yep.
what you did was good.
Yep.
And you had an impact.
My other feel good is not scat.
A what?
Not scat.
Scat
A
porn?
cat scoops up world record for the longest tail as Guinness crowns Mr. Pugsley with the cat with like broke records. So that kind of was a bad title because it just stopped there. Okay, so a fine feline was awarded a Guinness World Record for having the longest tail. The silver Maine Coon from Minnesota sports a tail measuring 18.5 inches.
Nice.
Beating out all living domestic cats and easily surpassing the previous record holder that measured at 16 inches. The 2-year-old named Pugsley Adams, yes,
That's
after
cute.
the Adams
Yeah, yeah.
family, has always had a long tail, according to his owner. However, they never thought anything of it until a vet visit where they mentioned, wow, your cat's tail is really quite long. And they started comparing it to their other cats. I have a video. I'll play the video. It has no sound, but it basically goes over This cat was
just
6 months.
talks about it.
This
Yeah,
cat
yeah.
was 6 months old when the
Yeah,
vet
to show
told
the
him this,
video.
so it's
Yeah.
just gotten longer and longer. What was really funny is he's really funny when it comes to creating new ways to be mischievous with it, and yet he is kind and caring, and he loves his mama. So these cats are big. They're coon kitties, so they're usually pretty
Coon
big.
kitties?
Coon
Like Maine
kitties.
coon cats. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pugsley has 2 sisters, Winnie and Duchess, and a brother. I hate when these things are run. Aptly named after the beloved family patriarch Gomez. So must like the Adams. They must like those Addams
Obviously.
Family
Yeah,
movies.
they're a big Adams family.
All right, so let me get this together. I'll tell you when to turn it on.
All right.
This is not the right one.
Here, oh, my bad.
There's no
My bad.
sound, so you're not missing. Huh?
What's that?
What?
I didn't hear what you said.
I said there is no sound, so you guys aren't missing
Yeah.
anything. But it's just a
Dad
cute
like
video.
said when you were like, spank me or whatever you said. You said, promise, giggity.
I said promise. That's why I go promise.
And you
Okay.
went giggity like from American Dad or
Oh,
Family Guy rather.
I don't watch this
There
show.
we go.
Okay, so
Giggity, giggity,
I got this cat. Ready?
There's cat. All right.
Look at this tail.
Holy shit.
It's 18 inches long, dude.
That's a dope looking cat.
He's really cool.
That
People-
thing's awesome looking.
But watch how long his tail is when he's walking
That's
alongside
like a
his.
fucking feather duster, dude.
Look how long it is, and then
That's a really cool looking
it is a really cool cat. I like the little tufts of. That's the one thing I like about them. Their tufts of ears.
Wow.
The other one is a coon cat too, but when they walk side by side, look
It's
at
not
the
even
tail
close,
difference.
right? Oh, it's like double the length. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
See, look,
wild.
look.
Yeah. That's so cool.
he's really cool. So
Yeah, just the
he is
coloring,
the
the
Guinness
markings.
World Record holder of the longest feline tail in existence.
What was his name again? In
He's the kid from hold on, I'll tell you. He's the kid from Addams Family.
Marley,
No,
Mugsley.
Mugsley.
That's what it was. Hell yeah. Mine,
Pugsley
Pugsley,
Adams.
That's what it was.
Pugsley Adams.
That's an awesome story.
Mhm.
Mine is one of
That's
those ones that's kind of like, all right. Anytime somebody does, I follow some dudes. I don't even know their names, but they're dudes that like, I don't know if it's fucking real or not. I think it is. Right. There's this guy, Jimmy Darts, on Instagram.
Okay.
He's real. Like there's some other ones that kind of, I think, pretend, but I don't know, just to get the views.
Pretend.
Yeah, like to just get the clicks.
Okay.
But Jimmy Darts, he does basically
Does he play darts?
videos. No, he does
Oh.
videos where he just does like super good deeds for people.
Oh,
'Cause
is
he's
that
got,
the
like,
one I've seen?
Bajillion
Where
followers. He's
he's
kind of
like
got this
talks
higher
to somebody.
pitch.
He's like, thanks
like-
for doing that for me for
He's like,
years.
I need some. Do you have any
I need
shoes?
$5 or
$5
whatever. Yeah.
And he did this. This is in that theme
Okay.
of a story.
Yeah.
So this one I came across today.
Okay.
It's an 81-year-old waitress said she couldn't retire, so a stranger raised over
81.
$300,000.
Oh, that's so awesome.
So this woman said, Betty, her name is, I worked all my life as a waitress and I can't retire, but I can still outdo all these whippersnappers. So an 81-year-old waitress just got the tip of a lifetime. Tammy Conzier, a Pittsburgh area esthetician. I can't believe I just said that word. And
Wow.
TikToker was recently grabbing a bite with her young son Leo at a local restaurant called Eaton Park when she noticed her friendly server Betty was struggling to get around. There we go. She then overheard the octogenarian confiding to another patron that she was suffering from chronic back pain but needed the job because her $910 monthly Social Security payments just weren't nearly enough.
Ridiculous.
Moved by Betty's plight, Conzier thought fast. She immediately deployed the power of TikTok and began recording their interaction. She quotes, "If I can make one video go viral, let it be this one." Conzier prefaced her.
Don't cry,
post-
honey. You look like you're gonna cry.
Allergies.
Mhm.
Then offered to give any proceeds the TikTok creator rewards program might generate from the post to Betty.
Oh, so any money that she made. Okay.
In the meantime, she emptied her wallet. She had $40 and left her that as a tip.
Aw.
She can't hardly walk. Leo added to the camera. Betty was touched. I worked all my life as a waitress, and I can't retire. She told Conzier gratefully. Her sense of humor and undeterred resilience was moving. I'm 81, but I can still outdo all these whippersnappers. She cracked. When Conzier and her son said goodbye, Betty said, "Take care and enjoy life, because it'll go by you fast." Just as Concierge had hoped, her post went viral, and within 24 hours, Concierge had so many comments and offers to donate, she had to learn how to put together a GoFundMe for Betty. People are asking if they can Cash App or Venmo or anything they can do. I mean, she said, I mean, I trust me, but
Yeah.
she needed a different way to do it. The following day, Concierge was moved to tears by the overwhelming outpouring in response. Thank you for your generosity, she said. I don't even know where I'm crying. At that point, the GoFundMe had only raised, or I shouldn't say only, had raised $110,000
Wow.
in 24 hours.
Holy shit.
And she had garnered an additional $3,200 in Venmo donations directly to her.
$3,200?
$3,200.
Okay.
The tally had grown to $140,000 when Concierge told Betty that what she'd been up to on TikTok. And she said, I think I better get a financial advisor, Betty cracked. Clearly stunned, you're God. She said, I promise I'm not. Concierge said, I didn't know it was going to be this big. You don't know how it's going to help her. She said, I hope it helps you with everything, said Concierge. Bills, maybe. And of course, the story just fucking jumped. Concierge burst into tears of joy, saying, I'm so happy for you. You deserve it. But the key is it kept growing.
That's so awesome.
And growing. And it ended up at, when they shut it down, $328,730.
That's so awesome.
That's incredible.
That's awesome.
That's the power of like $1.
Here's
from
what
you,
I was thinking
$1
too.
from you.
Kudos to the person that owns that restaurant that lets this 81-year-old woman work that probably.
They don't need to be Walmart greeters.
Well,
they have value.
She wants to earn her keep, and I'm glad this person let her, even though she may not be as fast as the 20-year-old, you know?
Just because you're old doesn't mean you don't add value.
Just because you're old doesn't mean you're out.
Right? Like, God damn it. When I'm like 100,
good luck.
Probably be in the ground.
Yeah.
So when I'm like her age, if I make it that long, dude, I want to do something like that.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to wait tables, but I want to do something that keeps me moving. Because here's the thing.
I'll be the
that's
coffee
probably
pourer, dude.
That's probably why she's still alive, is because she has a job that she goes to every day. Yeah.
I'll be and I bet you she keeps that job.
Hopefully.
Because it's good
keeps
for
her young, but
keeps
maybe
her
she does
moving.
less hours.
Yeah. But
or she's able to get her back fixed.
Pourer. I'd kindly walk around a diner and just fill people's coffee. I love coffee. Coffee's my jam.
I'll be the greeter at Home Depot.
Is there a greeter at Home Depot? Mm-hmm. Nobody's ever greeted me.
Well, they greet me because I look sweet.
Oh, that's probably true. So anyway, go do something good for someone. I don't fucking know. That's the point of that story. I almost cried again.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Such menopause.
I don't have menopause.
Oh, you can smell the pot pies.
Smell them pot pies. All right. With that, we're fucking out of here. It's Friday. We're going to go have some beers and hang out. That's probably going to fall asleep on the couch in like 15 seconds.
My workout was hard today.
Go out, like, subscribe, follow the podcast, do all the things you would do for podcasting podcasts, and hit the thumbs up on your way out. We love you guys.
Thank you guys.
Have so a great much, weekend. Disruptors. What's going on, Brian? Hope you're doing good. CBG, have a good night. Runway, what's happening? You're late, but it was a fun show. Go back and watch some of the videos and just fast forward through everything. Fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
That's it.
Bye, guys.
Catch you next time. Yeah.
Welcome to the Bars Open with Beth and Greg.